Today I'm talking on how faith work. How faith work. According to the Bible, in Hebrews chapter 11, verse 1, it says faith is a substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. And in the dictionary, explain faith. It says faith is a complete trust or confidence in someone or something. So dictionary explain it as a complete trust on something or someone. So when you look at faith, faith is beyond this explanation. But this one is a physical explanation. But when we come to the spiritual explanation on how faith works spiritually, how to use faith to bring things in the realm of the spirit into the physical. So this is the deep side of faith. So when you look at in theology, they taught us on faith that they define it as a faith is a spiritual currency by which believers access divine blessings and interact with God in the spiritual realm. It's a faith is a spiritual currency by which believers access divine blessing and interact with God in the spiritual realm. So spiritual currency. So they call it spiritual currency. So how did faith really work? He said to interact with God. He said to access divine blessings. To access divine blessings. So faith, there is something about faith. But it's not just the way we explain it that it's a thing that we hope for, the evidence of not seeing. So we just explain like that, it just end like that. So if this is the only thing that we know, we will not be able to understand how to use faith more. So there is something about faith that we need to know. They call it a spiritual currency. Why the dictionary say is a confidence for someone or complete trust. Then why the Hebrews 11 verse 1 talk about, it says it's a substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. So how did faith work? How did faith work? How did faith work? So and I explain it also. I define it as faith is a magnetic energy. Faith is a magnetic energy that captures things into existence. So it's a magnetic energy that captures things into existence. So before the radio will start working, there is already a current that attached to that radio. So without the current, radio stations, television, they will not work. Even the fridge, they can only work when current enters. So this is the faith is the current that enter anywhere. So if you need finances, your faith will go and bring it to reality. If you need anything that you need, anything you need, both in the spiritual realm and the physical. So now, when I am through, we know how to bring things into the spiritual, from the spiritual to the physical, because this is the most important thing and most hardest thing that many people are trying to do and they are not able to do it. So that's why they will see everything fake. That's why people normally see things fake, because if I cannot do it, that means it's fake. Nobody else can do it. But I'm telling you, when you look at magician, their demonstrations, not all are fake. Some of them are true. They will summon something from the spiritual realm, it will come to the physical. It's an art of faith. So everything, both magician, both witchcraft coven, they operate through faith, because this faith is general. But our own faith is more stronger, because our faith is being powered by the Holy Ghost. It's powered by the Holy Ghost. So why they are always powered by darkness? Why our own is powered by the Holy Ghost? So now when you look at Jesus, look at the way Jesus was living. Look at how he called Nazareth to comfort. But these are some of the strategy on how to use faith I want to explain right now. Because when you look at the life of Jesus, did he command something to appear? Yes. Did he raise the dead head? Did he heal the sick? Yes. Did he command the cripple to start walking? Yes. Did he open the blinds? Yes. How did he do it? Is it just a hoping things? Did he just hope say the eyes will open? Or did he just hope that the eyes will open, or he just believes it will open? No. There is a currency, there is a spiritual currency or a magnetic energy that creates that eyeball to open. So because of the energy of the Holy Ghost that lives in the energy of faith that lives in the Holy Ghost. So there is this faith. So faith started from Genesis. It started from Genesis. It worked with the Holy Ghost in creations. That's why I say God said, let there be lights. And there was light. So when he said let there be light, then that word of let there be light is what faith enters. And enter from faith, it will enter the Holy Ghost. Then creation started happening. Light began to appear in the skies. So when he feeds 5,000 men with bread and fish, it is the same faith that was there. The faith was there. That faith is what gives you confidence and boldness and possibilities. You see it possible. You know that it's going to happen. So this is the energy. That's why people that discover this energy, they never lack. They don't lack. If they need money, they will get it. You don't need to say, I pray for this, it didn't work. I do this, it didn't work. I ask for this. No. And faith also activates our spiritual gifts. So when this faith when this faith is being planted in the Holy Ghost, the moment it's just like another initiation. So faith is another initiation that grow in the Holy Ghost. So the moment it's matured, then you will be like a magician. You can do anything. Anything is possible. That's why Jesus said that if you have faith like a mustard seed, you shall say to this mountain, be that removed. He said, it will obey you. It will obey. It will obey. So it's a magnetic. Then it flows through you. It's like a virtue. That's why Jesus said, he said, who touched me? For virtue left me. Virtue left me. So that energy that was in him, that virtue, that presence that was in Jesus, it was power, was illuminated through with the Holy Ghost or with faith. So the faith is already attached to that energy. That's why when the woman of issue of blood touched Jesus, then the thing reacts and it walks fast. Why? Because the faith is already in the Holy Ghost. That's why some people, they have the Holy Ghost, but they don't have faith in the Holy Ghost. They have the Holy Ghost, but they don't have faith in the Holy Ghost. That's why the Holy Ghost seems as if he's not responding. It's like he's not responding. Because when you try to do something, you think that you were filled with the Holy Ghost. You go to cast out devil, now nothing happened. You discover that I thought that I have the Holy Ghost. So why the demon is not responding? Because the Holy Ghost the faith have not yet generated that Holy Ghost. So when that seed of faith build in you, when it build in the Holy Ghost, then you will activate the right mindset. Because you also need to have the right mindset. When you are going to manifest the power of God, not think that maybe you will fail, not that. Anything doubting you will fail, or maybe the thing will even work. Whether it will work, I don't know. There are people that normally talk a word of discouragement. If you are using that one to build your energy, then you might fail. So faith, then the Holy Ghost needs faith to be able to function in our life. It needs faith. The faith, once the faith power the Holy Ghost, then anything the Holy Ghost is ever ready to do it. Is ready to do it. That's why some people, they will do hand like this. They will command something to happen, and it will happen because it's flow. The faith is what generates, is what builds more of the Holy Ghost in you. So the moment you have faith, then the Holy Ghost want to dwell in that environment. He want to dwell in that body so that it can manifest itself. It can demonstrate itself on the earth again. So the Holy Ghost want to reveal to people on the earth again. So that is why it's good for you to understand the seed of faith, how faith work, how it work in the Holy Ghost, how to apply it